In this lab, you are going to analyze and measure the active, reactive and apparent power, and you will also study how to do the power factor correction using the software and hardware tool. There are three objectives of this lab. First, to measure the parameter for the AC power analysis using LTSpice. Second, to compute active, reactive and apparent power using standard circuit formulas. Third, to measure the parameter for computing the power factor and its correction using LTSpice. I will begin with the introduction. First, what is power? Electrical power is the rate of doing electrical work by transferring the electrical charge from one point to another within a circuit. There are three types of power that you are going to study in this lab. First is real power or active power. It is the power which is dissipated in the resistor. It is also called real power. It is measured in watts. It is denoted by P, which is real power, and is equal to VI cos of theta. Next, reactive power. The power dissipated in the inductance and capacitance is called reactive power. It is measured in VAR. VAR stands for volt ampere reactive. It is denoted by Q and is equal to VI sin of theta. Next, complex power. The phased sum of the active and reactive power is called complex power. Its magnitude is known as apparent power. It is usually denoted by S. It is a phasor quantity, so we need to evaluate its magnitude and phase, which is calculated by using these formulas. Here S is the complex power or apparent power, and theta is the phase. Its unit is volt ampere. The phasor diagram for the relation between the active, reactive and apparent power is shown here in the figure. This figure is also known as the power triangle. Here P is the real power, Q is the reactive power and S is the apparent power or complex power. The mathematical relationship between the active and reactive power is given by this equation, S equal to P plus JQ. Here Q is the reactive power and it is a complex number. As we can see from the phasor relationship, P and Q both are at an angle of 90 degree. Here you can see the angle between the real power and the reactive power is 90 degree. So using the Pythagoras theorem, if any of the two quantities are given, either P or S, you can find the third quantity using this theorem. These are some of the formulas that you are going to use in this lab. As you know that power factor is equal to cos theta. Cos of theta is equal to real power over apparent power, and this is known as the power factor. We expect the power factor to be as close to 1 to get the maximum power at the output. If the power factor is not close to 1, we try to improve the power factor so that the losses can be avoided and we have the maximum power at the output. So you can say if power factor is close to 1, we will have maximum power at the output. These are some of the steps for the practical power factor correction. First, you have to measure the load current. Next, you have to measure the load voltage. After that, you have to determine the real power by using the formula P equal to VI cos of theta. Next, you have to determine the reactive power Q using the formula Q equal to VI sin theta. After that, you have to determine the apparent power using the formula S equal to VI. Next, you have to determine the power factor using the formula cos theta equal to P over S, which is real power over apparent power. If the value of the power factor is not near to unity or 1, then you have to try to improve the power factor by adding a capacitor in parallel with the load. You can find the value of capacitor using this formula. Here Q is the reactive power, V is the load voltage, X is the impedance of the capacitor. By simplifying this equation, you can have this formula, which is C equal to Q over 2 pi f V square. You can find the value of C by using this formula, and you have to place the capacitor of this value in parallel with the load for the power factor correction. This is the original circuit for which you have to do the power factor correction. Here RS is the shunt resistance which is in series with the load. So in order to improve the power factor correction, first you will find the power factor of the original circuit. If the power factor is less than unity or it is far away from the unity or 1, then you have to compute the value of capacitance and you have to place that capacitor in parallel with this load impedance. Here you can see in this circuit, this L and R is the load impedance and you have placed the capacitors in parallel with the load. Now you have to again find the power factor for this circuit and you will observe the power factor will be improved and it will be close to 1. For the inlet task, you have to implement this circuit on the LTSpice. You have to determine the real power, apparent power and reactive power. Also, you have to find the power factor. If the power factor is less than unity, then you have to improve the power factor by adding a capacitor in parallel with the load impedance. And again, you have to find the real power, reactive power, apparent power and the power factor after placing the capacitor in parallel with the load. You will observe that after placing the capacitor in parallel with the load, the power factor will be significantly improved and it will be close to 1. At this point, you have to measure the load voltage and from this RS resistor, you have to measure the load current and then you have to do all the necessary calculations. See the lab manual for the post-lab task, do all the necessary calculation and attach your results with your report. This is all for the lab. Thank you.